Hi there and welcome to another episode of Andy Robinson RC, and cheers for joining us on the channel today. Okay, so as you can see in front of me, we have a Tamiya, a Land Rover Defender 90, and this one is on the CC02 chassis. And this is literally just come to me the other day. Now, if we go back to when this kit was released, which was, I think it was about March, April this year, I can't remember which month, but it's about March, April time earlier this year, in the non-pre-painted version. The pre-painted ones just come out fairly recently. Yeah, I ordered one of these kits, got the chassis built, showed it to you all, and then said I was going to not use the Defender 90 body, and what I wanted to do was put a Series 1 Land Rover body shell on it, which, as you can see, I've not done yet. That is still downstairs awaiting prep. I just haven't even got around to it yet, so hopefully at some point that will get done. Anyway, this is where the story completely changes. So basically, I had the rolling chassis stuck under the bed. I've got it all working, and there it stayed, waiting for the next part of what I was going to do. Anyway, I'd been having a bit of a clear out of stuff because I was changing my mind with what I was wanting to get in on the channel and what some of the things I wanted to keep. So I started to sell a few bits and pieces off. Now, I looked under the bed and I saw this CC02 chassis there, and I thought, well, I've not done anything with it, and I'm not getting round to it at the minute. And I thought to myself, well, I could buy another one at some point, and I could raise some funds, get it sold now. So that's what I did. So I sold my original Defender CC02 to a friend of mine, who came, picked it up and took it away, and he's going to finish the build. So he got the rolling chassis that I'd built up with the an ESC, what do you call it, servo for the steering. It had been bore raced, and it had an RC four-wheel drive, 45 turn motor that I put in. So anyway, off my mate took that. Oh, it did have slightly different wheels and tyres. Anyway, so my mate took that, and there we go. So, I mean, and I've thought to myself, well, probably will regret getting rid of it, because I did always want the Defender by Tamiya, and I really wanted it even more when it came out on the CC02 chassis. So anyway, I sold it and thought, well, we'll see at some point. Anyway, I was, as you do, browsing through eBay and Marketplace and things, and I saw this up for sale, and I thought, oh, that's rather nice. So, put it on my watch list. Anyway, a bit later on, I don't know if it was the same day or a day later or so, or I was out in town, and I picked up Racer magazine. Now, as you may know, or most of you know that by now, Racer magazine, UK publication, has stopped producing issues of their magazine. Just so you know, here we go, Racer magazine. Yeah, so these guys who have been doing Racer magazine, it's been going for about 25 years. Up until this point. The last issue was the August issue, which is the one in my hand, and they've done, I think it's about 300 or just over 300 issues in that time. So that's a lot of reading material. So anyway, I'd picked up the issue Racer, and I thought, oh, you know what, it's the last one, I'll pick it up. Now, I'm not going to lie and say, oh, I avidly bought every single issue of Racer Mag. I didn't. I'm not much of a magazine buyer, to be honest. But, you know, if there was something I wanted to read or something I like to look up, I'd pick it up. Anyway, picked up the Racer Mag and was thumbing through it. And I looked on it, and I didn't even notice the first on the cover, but down there, you'll see a Tamiya Defender. So anyway, I was thumbing through the magazine, and lo and behold, I'll show you. There you go. There is a picture of a Defender CC02 Tamiya Land Rover. And I thought, oh, that looks familiar. Anyway, so when I was back at home, I was going through my watch list, and there it was. And I thought, that really looks like the one out of the magazine. I thought, it's got to be the same one. So even some of the pictures advertising it for sale look like the same pictures out of the magazine. Anyway, so I thought, oh, I'll watch this and see what happens. So anyway, to cut the long story short, I ended up placing a bid and winning this, and I think I got it for an absolute steal. And yesterday it arrived, so here it is. So I'm rather pleased to say, and I think it's a bit of a nice fitting tribute as well, that this is the Defender, and one of the last review cars ever to feature in Racer magazine. And it's been built to a really nice standard. The 90 body shell, it's been sprayed in Corsa Grey. Is it Corsa Grey or Corsa Blue? It does say in here, but I'm sure it's Corsa Grey. And it's a lovely colour. I've used this before, so that was really nice. It's pretty much a stock build. The fellow who built it for the magazine, I don't know his name, it's just kit built, although he put the lower gearing set in it, and he locked the rear differential and left the front one open. Now, I remember on mine, I locked both on mine, which personally, you do lose a bit of steering with the locked front, but I personally prefer the locked diffs all the way around. Not the end of the world, you know, especially probably for the amount this will get used. It will get used, but you know, I won't be transversing, you know, ridiculous obstacles. So yeah, lock rear, front open. Okay, and it's only got bearings in the gearbox, I believe, and just bushings everywhere else. Again, it'd be better if it'd been built with bearings, but I'm not going to whinge too much about that. At some point, I could always go and put the rest of the bearings in, but, you know, not a problem. But besides that, the chap has made a lovely job of doing the body. He's got light kit working. I was going to say, he's made a much better job than I'd ever done with the body. I'm not very good, especially having the white sprayed up and for the roof and the body. Decals are done really nice. So yeah, it's lovely. So I'm rather pleased. And sort of pleased that I've got a snippet of Racer Mag history with the fact I've got the Defender out of the last issue of the magazine. Also, as well, well, it was a few years ago now, but I didn't even have the privilege of being mentioned in the magazine a couple of times with some of the DT Challenge race reports back from 2017 and before that, so that was cool. I was dead chuffed when that happened. So yeah, and also, as well, as you know, John Weston from Iconic RC was a regular contributor to this magazine, and a friend of mine who runs RC Model Cars Mania UK. I never get it right when I'm trying to say it. I'll put a link in the description to her Facebook page and Instagram account. Now, she was also a contributor to the magazine. Her name's Jenny Etherington, and she did the test on the thrash test on the Team Associated drag, I think DR10 drag non-prep drag racer. So that's also in the magazine. So I'm kind of cool that I got this issue of the magazine to go with this. I thought it was a nice little story anyway. I'm sure this model will feature on the channel in future at some point. There are a few little things I want to do to it, some little more scale details, and I want to change these tyres because, to be honest, these tyres are way too hard and I don't like them. I much prefer, actually I can show you on here, I much prefer the tyres on the Bronco, which shares the same chassis as this. Much cooler looking, much better, softer tyres, so I'm going to get a set for that as well. But what I'll do is I'll just hold it up to the camera so you can see the article on this. So I'll just move the Defender out of the way. So, and, you know, that's the page there, and the opening page on it. And it goes through the build tips and you know, the build process of the vehicle. As I say, yeah, again, the chap who reviewed this He said he does, as I've already mentioned, he locked the rear and opened and front open diffs, as he found that was a nice compromise between off-road performance and manoeuvrability. So that was what he decided to go with, which is fine. However, I do think that it comes with just a 540 cam motor, and I think it's too quick with just a normal 540 in. You know, it sort of like shoots off, and you know, I think when it's going, it's a little too quick for it. I think it needs to be a bit slower, but that's just my opinion. And then again, we've got there with the end of the review there, and I'm going to just look at the verdict that was given to this. Scale looks, chassis, platform, and performance. And negative cons on this were no pre-cut window masks or decals. So, which isn't a big thing, really, is it? So yeah. Anyway, I just a sort of a quick-ish video. I just wanted to show you that I'd got this in, and it was you know, nice that it featured in the last ever mag of Racer magazine. And it's such a shame that this has this is no longer being published, which the publishing business is probably quite difficult and hard at the moment. And again, you've got so much competition now with things online on the internet, and obviously as well, if you're producing a magazine, you've got to sell copies as well. So maybe the publishing company thought it was too niche and they weren't selling a big enough volume. I don't know. It's not my line of expertise, but it's a shame that we did lose a UK-based RC magazine. Right, anyway, I'm going to go for this one. I just wanted to show you this relatively quickly. Probably did waffle on a bit, but there you go. Cheers for joining us today on the channel. Much appreciated as always. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, and also hitting the like and notification bell. And come and find us on Instagram and Facebook under Andy Robinson RC if you haven't already. Right, we'll see you soon. Look after yourselves. Take care. See you later. Bye.